Michael Bell, 3317 13th Place, Kenosha. I have an article here in Time magazine in which a police department in Lansing, Michigan issued an apology to Brianne Randall Gay, a victim who was molested by Dr. Larry Nasser. The department refused back in 2004 to conduct an investigation and to believe that there was any kind of problems. Other institutions like Michigan State University and the USA Gymnasts Association failed to believe that these girls were having problems either. Another child, her name was Kyle Stevens, said that her parents chose to believe Larry Nasser over her. And when her father finally believed her, he actually committed suicide over the matter. There was another child, her name was Larissa Boyce, who was humiliated and told that she was the problem. Imagine a multitude of systems ignoring the reporting of a criminal act. Also in 2004, I had a son that was shot in the head by a police officer at his own home. My daughter and my first wife told me that Michael was bent over his car in handcuffs and was executed. And as in the Nasser case, I initially chose to believe the police over my own daughter and Michael's mother. And just like in the Nasser case, our own case had its share of scuttled complaints. I stood in this exact position back in 2005, and I informed you of a police officer who tased one of my employees while he was holding his baby, and then as he was in handcuffs, he was tased again. And I issued a complaint here in this room, and now you guys, the city of Kenosha and the police department, are subject to a lawsuit where that officer shot 2 people in 10 days, one of the men being killed who was holding an empty bucket. Michigan State University and Penn State under Joe Paterno failed to do what was morally right in order to protect their institution and their image. Every alderman in this room knows our mayor. He is involved in every major decision that this city faces, and you know that to be true. And it's pretty hard not to believe that Chief Dan Wade was in the mayor's office back on November 9th of 2004, formulating a decision to a rushed conclusion and a quick investigation made under full knowledge of Mayor John Antaramia. Sir, I must ask you, were you or were you not involved in the cover-up of my son's death? And if you were, who are you protecting? And are you protecting yourself? In front of you is the Washington Post.
Mr. Bell, I told you last week.
And in the Washington Post is, on page 9, is a full-page ad that I placed
Mr. Bell,
on January.
people, whatever you wish to read, as I told you before, it's not show and tell.
Sir, I'm showing your constituents.
You have every right to speak.
Sir, if I decide not to put this down, what are you going to do to me?
Well, I guess I'm going to let you continue, Mr. Bell. But I will tell you that next time that you decide you wish to do that, I will have the police department come up and remove the...
You can't do that. You let developers hold signs. Where's the First Amendment?
Do you have the authority to have me arrested, sir?
I have no reason to have you arrested, sir.
You just
And
said...
this is not a discussion. If you wish to use your time, please finish speaking. I'm asking you as a courtesy, like everyone else, to follow the same rules.
And one of the points I need to make is in this sign, sir. In it, vetted by the Washington Post and their full legal team, and in full contents and intent, I used the Wisconsin Attorney General's statement where he said, at best, the officers were mistaken in their description of events, and at worst, they might have lied. And it is very likely that the officer was mistaken in his belief that Michael Bell was trying to take his gun. And I, like the victim of Larry Nasser, have been complaining to this board and to this city that there was a cover-up involved in my case, and nobody's refused, and everybody's refused to listen. I have asked my alderman, G. John Ruffalo of the 4th District, to sponsor a resolution asking the medical examiner and the district attorney for an inquest into my son's death. That request sits on your table in front of you. I am requesting a transparent public inquest into the death of my son per Wisconsin law. I am allowed that when conditions are unexplained and suspicious. All of the unexplained and suspicious conditions arise from the city of Kenosha and the police department. It doesn't arise from the witnesses or my family. State authorities choose to use an inquest when it suits them. And I've asked for an inquest in our son's case, and it's been denied over and over again. From the beginning, you have chosen not to use this tool. The KPD has been running from the truth for 13 years, and it's time to get the answers to these basic questions of what really happened the night my son was killed and why this so-called investigation continued. Please consider this resolution and allow the community to know the truth in this matter. Our family deserves that. Thank you. Ken Matheson.